Option traders are not a rare breed in India. In fact, according to the recent SEBI report, there are more than 92 lakh option traders just in the index option segment. But at the same time, we have a staggering number. 90% of traders lose money in the options market, with more than 50,000 crores being lost last year. And this entire amount being lost is more than the total budget of the Mumbai Metro Rail project. Just think about that too. So, why are we here? We have internet being totally split. On one side, we have influencers and YouTube channels saying that options trading is pure gambling and that it is very, very risky. And on the other side, we have people saying that options trading is a legitimate way of making more money, and they're claiming that they're doing that. So, who is right? Let's figure out with facts and figures if FNO trading is right for you and whether you should get into it or not. So, let's set the agenda for today. First, we'll discuss what is options trading and how it is being done today. We'll keep it very, very short. Second, we'll go ahead into discussing is options a bad product, right? And third, we'll also discuss, is it right for you? Is options trading right for you? And should you consider it? So that's the agenda for the video today. Welcome to another video by marketfeed. This is Ajay Ajith. Let's get started. So what is an option? An option is a financial derivative product that gives the buyer a right to buy, not the obligation, a right to buy or sell an underlying at a specified price before a certain date. Right? So it's a financial derivative which was introduced for hedging purposes very specifically. I'll give you an example of how it is supposed to be used. So let's say you have a lot of Nifty mutual funds or a lot of positions in Nifty, and it was just before the crash. And you sense that something was wrong in the market and there was something upcoming, but you didn't know what, right? So you wanted to take a sort of insurance on your large portfolio. So if you're having a health insurance, in case of any accidents or any unforeseen circumstances, the insurance company will cover your payments. So just like that, in the case that you think that the market might fall by a large percentage, you can go ahead and buy a put option in the market. Right? We'll not get into call option, put option specifically here. But let's say you bought a put option in Nifty. So when the market crashed in 2020, your portfolio would have been in large red. But your insurance, your put option buy position, it would have been in really good profit, thereby keeping you tally and you not having any logical losses in your account. Right? This is the purpose in which the option contract was introduced. It was a derivative primarily to be used for hedging purposes. But how is it being done today? If you read the SEBI report, they clearly observe that a lot of people are losing money because of overly trading in options, and most of them are not using it for hedging purposes. Over time, two types of traders have emerged. Those who are not hedging their underlying, but in fact they're option buyers as well as option sellers who are just placing speculative trades, right? And what do they see or what do they do? In Nifty, if they feel like Nifty will go up, they'll either buy a call option or they'll sell a put option. And if they feel like Nifty will go down, they'll either buy a put option or they'll sell a call option. So today, rather than it being a hedging product, most people are just trying to trade in options and make money, right? That is how the market is working today. But wait. What is wrong about that? People are buying options, people are selling options, but it is a fully regulated market. SEBI is overwatching the entire thing and everyone is playing by the rules. In fact, we are also trading in the options market and we are making money. So why is it being called a bad product? It looks like the entire world is now saying that options trading is really bad. It has already got that tag to it. Even the SEBI chairperson and the finance minister of India, both of them have come out and said that options trading is really, really risky and it is causing a lot of problems. But then SEBI came out with statistics and they said that this one single reason is why it is being called a bad product. And the reason is 90% of option traders lose money and 50,000 crores is the money lost by option traders just the last financial year. And this is not including the charges, by the way. Now wait, let's put SEBI's reason right here and we'll go into what I feel are the three major reasons why it should be called a bad product. Again, I'm not saying it is a bad product yet. I'm just saying, if any, right, these should be the reasons which are quoted. The first one is the low entry barrier. We see stories on Twitter where auto drivers are trading options. We see backbenchers in colleges and schools trading options on their phone. Do you think this is logical? Right? Because of the very low entry barrier, anyone can start coming and technically losing their money in the options market. Imagine everyone had direct access to a car with no license. Wait, in fact, imagine everyone had access to a supercar, right? That's what options is. It's like a supercar, but they don't have the required training or the required license to drive it on the road. What do you think will happen? It'll be total chaos, right? People crashing here and there, people losing a lot of money because of that. So I think that is what is happening here as well. There is no entry barrier. You can start with this 1,000 rupees and start buying options today. Right? That is how low of an entry barrier there is to the options market. And in fact, in the US, if you want to be a serious options trader, you need to get a level 3 license. And there, the net worth requirement itself is $1 million. Right? They don't care if you want to trade options worth $1,000 or $500. Still, if you want to be a serious option trader, that is multiple trades in a week in index options, you need to have a net worth of at least $1 million. And also there is another rule of pattern day trader there. Again, I'm talking about the US market. If you want to be a frequent options trader, right? If you want to be a frequent options trader, you need to become a pattern day trader and you need to have at least $25,000 in your account. How much is that? That is more than 20 lakh rupees in your account, right? Only if you have that amount can you even start being a serious option trader. But no, in India, it is very, very simple to get started. And the SEBI and the regulators are looking the other way. In fact, they're trying to clamp down more on people bringing more money into the market, whereas it should be trying to increase the entry barrier here by quite a lot. Not from 1,000 to 5,000. It should be from 1,000 to maybe, I don't know, even 1 lakh or maybe above. In fact, because of this low entry barrier, you come without any knowledge or training and you'll be out like this. The market will push you out in 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. That's all you need to blow your entire capital. You might come with 10 lakh rupees. Still the market can give you that loss in maybe just even few hours. Right? That is how brutal the options market is. And yes, these are honest thoughts coming from the very people who are trading options for a living. Right? So think about how much thought that we have put into this video. Now, the second reason why I believe, again, that SEBI does not discuss, but why I believe a lot of option traders are losing money is because it is not a net zero product. What does that mean? Options trading is said to be a zero-sum game wherein an option buyer makes money, but an option seller will lose that money. But is it really that way? When you're saying that 50,000 crores has been lost by option traders, it is just the gross money being lost. It does not account for all the charges that brokers are taking and that SEBI and even the government is taking, right? If you're a profitable trader, again, you have to pay income tax on your profits also. Right? So this SEBI report is not talking about any of that. The very high charges in the Indian options market, which make it a net negative product or a negative sum game. It is not a zero sum game like people think about. That is, if a trader A makes 100 rupees and a trader B loses that 100 rupees, the net profit or loss being made in that ecosystem is not zero. It might be negative 20 or negative 25 because of all the charges associated. And 3, I'm being very blunt here when I say that the regulatory body is not able to handle all the scams and mis-selling which is happening in the market today. It is overall not working as a good ecosystem, right? There are a lot of mis-sellers even today in Telegram selling you tips. I think there are even a lot of fake profiles in our name, right? So all of these people are trying to sell option tips. And then people are still falling for it. Mis-sellers and scamsters who are going to tell you that come with 100 rupees, we'll make you 10,000 rupees by the end of the month, right? That is what is going on in the market and SEBI is not able to control it, right? Unfortunate situation. So because of all the wrong awareness, people are losing money. So these are the 3 major things that SEBI should be attacking if they want option traders not to lose this money. It's very simple, right? Because they said the fact. Right? Now I'm breaking that down to the real reasons why option trading could be risky. And now if you try to attack these 3 real reasons, then you might have a result, SEBI. That is what I need you to understand. The 4th bonus point here is that I often hear this argument saying that 90% of option traders fail. Similarly, 90% of startups fail, right? 99% of IIT, IIM aspirants fail. 99.8% of UPSC aspirants fail. Right? These are the common arguments that I hear about. But one thing that you have to understand, yes, you have to pay the coaching institute, you have to give your time, you have to give money there to study, right? All of that still has to happen. But when you compare to trading, there's still the fact that all of the learning that you do, right, in the real world, in IIT, IIM coaching, anything that will contribute to something, right? It might contribute even if you do not get into an IIM. You might get into a decent college if you have the skills, right? All that money and time and effort that you put in will not be lost forever, right? You will not fall into that 99% loss category. Even if you're building a startup and it failed, right? You can add that to your resume, right? Having a failed startup is not a bad thing by any means. In fact, you might have given employment to a lot of people, a lot of sales would have happened. So it's still something that you can add in your resume. But in the case of trading, if you're not successful, right? Again, if you're not successful, it's similar to saying that you went to Goa, you went to a casino, and you gambled away your money. You can't put that in your resume. Nobody would care, right? That is a simple, harsh truth. And I also believe that the ecosystem is trying to get better. SEBI is coming out with different performance validation agencies, right? PVS, to make sure that performance of algo players like us or even mutual funds, it can be properly validated. And only the properly validated number is what will go out. They're also exploring ways to increase the entry barrier, although we disagree with a lot of them. In fact, if you want to see the latest SEBI consultation paper and our replies to them, you can go check out the video here. Now, I know I've been very harsh here. In fact, if you wanted to get into options trading, all these 4 points, you really have to think about it. That is a universal truth that I wanted to convey to you. I did not want to mislead you in any way. But wait, there are still a lot of advantages of options trading, right? Let's quickly go over them. Right? I know I took some time for the disadvantages, but the advantages are clear and simple. No dependency. You do not have to depend on anyone to start your business. The only people you're dependent on is a broker and a stable internet connection. The second thing is it is infinitely scalable or very easily scalable, right? If you start with 1 lakh, then you want to scale it up to 10 lakhs, you want to scale it up to 1 crore and 10 crores. It is very easy. The market has a potential to absorb all of that liquidity, right? But imagine you're doing a real business and you're trying to increase your business so fast. Right? It's not that easy. It is very convenient. You can start trading at home or sitting anywhere in the world. It is very, very flexible and convenient depending on where you're trading from. And hence there is no discrimination as well. Be it any caste, sex, age, anything that you're coming with. If you have the right mindset and talent, you can still be a part of the trading world. Right? There is no discrimination here. Also, there are no fixed costs and there are very less variables for you to fail. Right? I hope you understand the no fixed costs. If you're comparing to a business where you need to pay rent, you need to pay your employee salary every single month, no matter if you make a profit or loss, here you don't have any of that. Right? There are no fixed costs. It's just you sitting at your home or sitting somewhere and trading with your laptop. Right? And then the lesser variables to fail. Right? In fact, if you're thinking of a business, what all can happen there? Right? You have stock coming in, you have stock coming out, you have employees coming in and out, you have regulators. So a lot of different variables for you to fail. But here it is very, very simple. It is your talent and yes, how the market performs. So now we have gone through the disadvantages by taking a lot of time, and we have gone through the advantages, I know, fairly quickly. Right? So now what do we have to do here? I still personally believe that options trading is a very legitimate way of making money. Right? In fact, if you think about it, all the advantages that I gave, if you have the right mindset as well as the right skill set, right? This advantages alone will take you to success. You do not need to care about anything else. Again, if you have the right mindset and the right skill set, right skills also is definitely required. And hence, I believe options trading is like nuclear energy. Right? Nuclear energy was an amazing clean fuel that could have brought humanity out of the fossil fuel race. Maybe it could have even reduced global warming. But what happened here? Humanity turned it into a weapon of mass destruction, which caused nuclear energy to get that very, very bad name. Right? All the disadvantages that we talked about is primarily because people are not using it in a really good way. It's an amazing product. Use it that way. Do not use it by thinking about all the advantages we were talking about. Use it in the right way and definitely it will be good for you. Use it in the wrong way and you'll surely lose a lot of money and a lot of time. So what am I here to tell you? Personally, as an options trader, I would really like to say that you should definitely consider the advantages, and if those are set, right, definitely think about how you'll develop the skill set. Right, you definitely need a lot of skills to win in the market. We have put a lot of videos here on the channel talking about this, about capital sizing, about mindset, about trading strategies. Do make sure that you try out all of these, but you still do not risk a lot of money before you get deeply into options trading. And if you want to take out years from your career, your life, to become an options trader, do hear about this last part as well. You definitely need a lot of capital to win in trading. Right. And in fact, if you want to be an options trader, that compounds by a lot of multiples. Right. Imagine you're having 20 lakhs and you're making 30-40% returns. You have to pay taxes on the profits that you make. You'll still make lesser than an entry-level job here in Bangalore. To take options trading as a full-time career with reasonable expectations, right? Not with expectations of coming with 1 lakh rupees and turning into 1 crore. If you have reasonable expectations, if you want to take it up as a full-time career, you should definitely be having a very, very large capital. So that's it for the conclusion. Options trading is an amazing tool if done the right way. But the unfortunate truth is that it is not being done the right way. Right. So SEBI will have to put in some restrictions to make sure the first point, right, the one which I resonate most with, which is a low entry barrier, is taken care of. That is the only way in which we can proceed in the market, I believe. Now, don't just blame SEBI or the government or the brokers. In fact, in your head, if you want to be an options trader, make sure you have that checklist in front of you, right? I'll put the checklist here. A few things, simple few things that we already discussed, and go through that checklist one by one. See if you have all of these capabilities to ensure that you can get into options trading, then welcome. It is an amazing world out here. We are making good profits. We are making it in a conservative way. We are not doubling, tripling our capital every month. We are doing it in a very conservative way. But it's an amazing business and an amazing side income that all of us here at MarketFeed are doing. So that's it for the video, guys. Hope you understood the harsh truths here. If any of your friends are trying to get into options trading, please do send them this video. And if you're personally getting into options trading, don't forget the checklist that we discussed above. This is Ajay Ajith signing off. See you all again in another video. Bye-bye.